the 11th pick in the first round, Justin says he is ready to take his A game to Chicagoland.
The tradition here.
Top black quarterbacks selected in the 21 NFL draft include Trey Lance out of North Dakota State, third pick overall to the San Francisco 49ers. The Chicago Bears picking Justin Fields 11th overall. Top skill players include the Atlanta Falcons selecting Kyle Pitts, the tight end out of the University of Florida, the Gator, 4th overall. The Cincinnati Bengals selecting Jamar Chase, the crafty wideout out of LSU. More details right here on the draft next hour. PGA to the links. Kamaya Johnson is a professional golfer out of Tallahassee, Florida. He's currently a 10-time tournament winner. He joins us on BNC Live. Kamaya, describe your journey to playing great golf on the links.
Yeah, it's been great, man. It's it's a journey, it's a grind. Golf is, obviously not a team sport, but you also have, your coaches that you work with. So, yeah, it's been a grind, but it's been great, man. It's like I, told somebody else the other day, it's literally the greatest game ever played. And you learn so much from playing golf, and you learn so much about yourself and about the people you surround yourself with. So, it's great. I love it. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. And, yeah, it's just a great game.
Now, recently you were over in Jacksonville area, Duval area, Sawgrass. You were also Scottsdale. You guys move around. Take us to some of the events that you're a part of and what's going on in your current golf situation.
Yeah, it's just been busy, really busy. I mean, coming off PGA Tour starts that I got earlier this year, just learned a lot from playing out there. And right now I'm playing on the Advocates Professional Golf Tour. It's a tour that's promoting more diversity in the game, and you got top black golfers in the country. So we're trying to get on tour, and we're trying to make the best of it. And we just got back from Vegas and Scottsdale. I won out there and finished 13th in Scottsdale, so that was a good showing for me last couple weeks. So yeah, just getting ready. We're headed to Kentucky at Valhalla. So just getting ready to continue to grind and just continue to be great.
Now, how did the game of golf start for you? How did it begin? And we're looking forward to seeing more minorities on the links. But how did it happen for you personally?
Yeah, so I was actually in Tallahassee, Florida, over at Howland Golf Course, and Jan Auger, who's the general manager over at Howland Golf Course, she saw me outside of my apartment complex when I was 13 years old. I was actually swinging a stick on the golf course because my family couldn't afford for me to play golf. So she came up to me. I mean, she could have said, hey, you're trespassing while you're here. You need to get off the golf course. You're going to get hit by a golf ball or something like that. But instead, she allowed me to come to the range and hit some balls. And then later on that week, she said, hey, I see something in you that I don't see in a lot of people. And she said, I want to charge you $1 a day to play golf. And that really changed my life. It changed my life for the better. I started hanging around people I wanted to be like, and I met State Representative Ramon Alexander, who's a big brother of mine, a big mentor of mine, and he had a real influence on changing my life. And so yeah, just golf is a lifesaver. And the message I want to send to the kids in my community is, like, it doesn't matter, really where you come from in this game. You can play it. It's the world and the golfing world is starting to make golf more inclusive for all, and I'm just so blessed and honored to be a part of that. And I've recently started my own foundation, which is trying to get more inner city kids involved in the game of golf. So it's a growing thing. It's growing in our community, and I'm blessed to be a part of it, and really happy to see it.
Kamaya, when you think about people like Eldrick Tiger Woods, or people like some of the people who have come before you, Mr. Elders, some of the guys who have been along early on, talk about what those gentlemen mean to you personally and yourself for the next generation.
Yeah. I mean, you need guys like that to pave the way for us, to make it, I wouldn't say easier, but to make the path more clear for us, to just see that, that no matter, what color you are, or what you look like, the golf ball doesn't see color. So, it's really an honor to see what the Masters did for Lee Elder. A couple weeks ago, I was laying in my bed watching that, and literally in tears, because he was the first black man to ever play in the Masters, and what all he endured to do that and to still tee it up, it's amazing to see. It's very inspiring. I had the pleasure of playing with Jim Thorpe, who's another pioneer for the black golfers, and those guys had to endure so much, and they still were able to put a tee in the ground and tee it up and make a lot of money and play golf at a high level. And so that's just very inspiring for me, and it just shows to show, they're. And what they always like to use is, like, I'm you. I come from the same stuff you come from, and I did it. So it's just very inspiring to see those guys, reach down and reach back and help us. And so I love this game. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many great people in this game of golf, and I always say, I'm from small town Madison, Florida, and grew up on the south side of Tallahassee, and right now I'm sponsored by Farmers Insurance and Cisco and Cambridge Telematic Company, and I'm also an ambassador for one of the biggest golf companies in the world, Club Corp. So it's possible, and I want all the kids to know that in my community that it's very possible. You just gotta keep your mind to it and stay in the grind and just stay in the grind, and it all happen if you just work hard.
Kamaya Johnson making his golf dreams come true on the links. Thank you, sir. All right, we move on. NBA basketball, the Boston Celtics hosting the San Antonio Spurs. Jason Tatum gives the Celtics fans one of the best scoring games in Boston Celtics history. Tatum dropping in 60 points, pulling down 8 rebounds and dishing out 5 assists. Tatum scoring his career high 32 points late in the game for the comeback of the C's. Jason Tatum ties Larry Bird, Larry Legend, with 60 points for the Celtic franchise scoring record in a single game. Celtics 143, San Antonio Spurs 140 your final. NBA, the King is back. After missing 20 games with an ankle injury, LeBron James returning to the Los Angeles Lakers. James scoring 16 points, pulling down 8 rebounds and dishing out 8 assists. The Sacramento Kings get a crown, though, folks. Kings 110, LA Lakers 106 your final. LeBron and the Lakers are currently the 5th seed in the Western Conference with a record of 36-27. The Lakers host the Toronto Raptors on Sunday. Finally, it's time for our King of the Hill. Oliver Lewis rode to victory in the very first Kentucky Derby. Lewis becoming the first black thoroughbred jockey to win at Churchill Downs on May 17, 1875. Isaac Murphy captured the Kentucky Derby in 1884, 1890, and 1891. Oliver Lewis and Isaac Murphy are kings of the hill, plural. Oliver Lewis was born in 1856 and passed in 1924. Lewis wins by a reported 2 lengths, riding Aristides in the inaugural Kentucky Derby. Isaac Murphy was born April 16, 1861. He passed February 12, 1896 in Lexington. Isaac Murphy is regarded as the greatest thoroughbred horse racing jockey of all time. Both Oliver Lewis and Isaac Murphy were laid to rest in Lexington in African Cemetery No. 2. The first Saturday in May in Louisville, Kentucky is known as Derby Day. Bring out all the hats. Oliver Lewis and Isaac Burns Murphy are kings of the hill, plural.